I'm disappointed the way we played, but I do feel we lost, or got beat by a pretty good football team in Northern Iowa, and we knew that. But I don't think we knew or responded. We did not respond to what we knew on film and so on, and I think we lost our focus, and they did not. And so I credit Coach Farley and his staff and his players playing a well of a football game, and we did not. So disappointed, but we will grow from it and not hang our head, and a lot of things can be accomplished this year.
Considering everything, all the disappointments Northern Iowa has had this year, were you afraid that you might be catching a pretty angry team that might take it out on you?
Well, I think Coach Farley's always kind of angry, to be honest with you. No, I think they always play hard-nosed football. In fact, I was hoping, I asked a number of their coaches pregame, both to learn because of their struggles, but I was hoping they were down. I was hoping they were lost some confidence, but obviously they didn't. We didn't do anything in the football game to have them doubt their ability and have them say, "Oh no, here it goes again," because they dominated most of the football game.
Coach, the defense missed a lot of tackles today. What was your take on that?
Well, my heart is I'm disappointed. My take is I think his running style must have been different than we perceived on film, because we literally did not step on his toes and grab some cloth and tackle him. We were on our knees trying to grab him when he was dancing. I think he's a good football player. David Johnson, but he made us look bad, so credit him.
Coach, Northern Iowa's defense, they moved number 20, Wellington, normally a free safety, to kind of a hybrid rover type thing,
Yep.
and 5 DBs out there. Did that throw you off kilter a little bit? Or?
We treated him like a Sam. I don't think he played any different than what I think was 41, what we saw a bunch of film. I'm not saying he's not a good football player. I'm saying I don't think their scheme was anything that we didn't understand or handle. Surely he's a very athletic nickel type guy.
Anything in particular you thought Northern Iowa's defense did to slow down Zach?
They hung on. I mean, there were 3 or 4 runs that in previous games, prior games, he had been able to get his feet out of that tackle and go for more yards or go the distance. And they, I thought about that. That's a great question. The difference was that last tackler hung on. I mean, he could not get free, and you saw how hard he runs. So that he had some success in that, and so I credit them with just fundamental football, really.
Coach, what were your thoughts on the pass game tonight?
I'm tremendously disappointed in a couple things. Number one, not hanging on to the football, because we talk all the time. It doesn't matter who's got the ball. When it's in the air, it's our ball. And surely when it's thrown to you as a receiver, it's gold. It's a treasure. You hang on to it. We dropped one. We fumbled one. And then twice we ran the wrong route. Austin Sumner looks bad, but I mean, and so that will be corrected. And that I think is going back to the summary of this football game. Our guys did not handle things not going well, and that's football. You have to handle adversity, and we did not. And so we didn't. We became without confidence.
So now how do you bounce back from that?
It's easy. It's easy. It's a choice every guy makes. The solution is easy. The answer is easy, but everybody needs to make a decision. Everybody needs to watch the film and identify where they made physical errors, but also identify back in their heart, back in their memory, when they didn't have confidence. Going back to tackling, going back to dropping the ball, going back to the whole football game. I'm not saying we're going to win this football game when we play our best football. I'm not saying that. UNI is a good football team, and this is a somewhat hard venue to play in. But when you don't come with your game and you don't come with your confidence, you're leaving something to chance.
Coach, the conference season is only halfway over now, and everybody has one loss or more. Are you getting the hunch or the feeling that maybe the two losses there'll be a logjam with two losses at the top, or how do you see it?
There's no doubt that could happen. You know, that's not what I wanted to hear right now. But there's no doubt that could happen. And it's kind of, you know, last week I think is a good example. Last week there were some, well, people would call upsets, but we spent the whole season talking about how tough we are. And then we act like we're surprised when some team that is supposedly an underdog beats them. Well, that's the fact. There's a bunch of good football teams. So yes, I would agree with you totally. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's crystal clear and a bunch of us get into the playoffs, but who knows? It is good football. You're seeing really good football out of these teams. I mean, here in Northern Iowa, you take the record, and that's a really good football team.
Any fresh injuries?
We had a couple of knee injuries that guys braced up and played. They will be very sore and questionable for the week. And then I think we had some muscle bruises and shoulder, things, but nothing that we said this guy's done and he's going to be done for a long time.
How about Ross? He looked
I
wobbly
think
or
Ross
something.
just got whacked. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that he got whacked by our own guy. I think Andy in his pursuit hit him. So, but he was in our team breakdown and it wasn't with the trainers, so I assume he regained what he needed to regain.
Any further questions for Coach?